Hi, Crafty Friends. It's Trish with Crafting Whimsy, and I'm here today for Junk Journal Madness April 2025. It's hosted by Susan, and I totally love it. And the guest host this time is Jennifer at Scrapbooks and Memories. And our theme this month that Susan spun for was roses and neutrals. And I'm happy about neutrals. And roses are okay. And we're going to make 9 items. We're going to include 8 items. And I'm going to show you these. Okay, whoops. This is the first page. Susan has this. This isn't the title page. And this is all the themes. And you can combine colors. It says journal themes colors. And you can combine it. And I'm guessing that... I'm not guessing. Jennifer combined because she picked roses, which are floral, and she picked neutrals because there's neutrals right there. And then, I don't know where the floral is. Flowers. It probably says flowers. And she picked roses. So, there we go. I think it would be okay if you did any of flower you want, but okay. And then you got to include some items. And our number this time is 8. 8 items. And so I'm so excited. And 8 items, there's so many things to pick from, like a Rolodex card, a coloring book page, a button, washi tape, a card catalog card. One day I'm going to find some. That's just an example. And the things that we need to make 9. Okay, and 9 items are like a paper ruffle, a book page pocket, a belly band horizontal, a matchbook. There's so many items to choose from. This will be the thing. Well, I don't really need this, but these are the pages. I like to keep these in my journal. Today I'm going to cover my cover. I was going to make a paper bag journal, and I got it all ready. And then I decided, A, it wasn't big enough, and B, I was going to do, Amy at Grungy Cat was doing a journal, and I started doing stuff with her, but I put bleh, I'm sorry, I can't talk this morning, but I couldn't, I just had a hard time doing I made stuff and I watched her and I was working on my journal. It wasn't large enough, and I changed it up because now I'm going to make this a paper bag journal. And so I took that one. I didn't take it all apart, but I took some of it apart because I'm going to do it mostly paper bag. And then I'm going to also put in like a little flowery thing. So here we go. This is my Amazon packaging, and it was all wrapped up, and I opened it up. This is going to be my inside of my journal, so I don't have to cover it. So this is going to be my outside, and this is the paper. I'm just going to collage with neutrals. I'm okay with the neutral tune, or the neutral idea, because I've never done neutrals, and I know that our friend Tammy at Lou Fru Studios was doing neutrals, and she was doing a whole series, but I guess she stopped. And I didn't do that one, but I did do the she was doing colors. That was way back before I started making videos. I had a Stampin' Up channel that I switched. It was well, it's probably still there. But I used to be a Stampin' Up person, and I did a lot of Stampin' Up stuff. And I made videos, but then I stopped doing videos on my channel, and I just did them on Facebook. But now I don't do Stampin' Up anymore. And so that's gone. And so on Facebook, I'm Crafting Whimsy. And on, what am I on? YouTube, I'm Crafting Whimsy. Because I used to be Trish with these stamps. Just in case you needed to know that. And I still get people calling me about buying their stamps. Postage stamps. I'm like, I'm really sorry, I don't do postage stamps. I do rubber stamps. Oh, they say. They always say, oh, like, you know, I'm making it up. But yeah, I find it amusing. And so I'm just using different sizes of, what do you call these? Neutral paper. Some have been coffee dyed. Some are just old. So that's where I got them. That's a nice piece of paper. I also have some book page and some dictionary page. That's really big. So we'll just tear it. And I will say, I have those little libraries. Dawn at Four Grace Creations, she talks about little libraries if you don't have old books and you want to get some. You can go to the little libraries in your neighborhood and switch, and you can sometimes find books that you don't mind if you tear them up. Because some people don't want to tear their own books up, and I get that. Yeah, I totally get that. Needless to say, whoops, that's a little crooked. So I take my dogs for a walk, and I always stop and look. I found some vintage books, just so you know. And I mean vintage. This is a receipt. But even vintage being, like, one book was really about Charles Lindbergh's wife. I forgot the name of it. It's over there in my stack. But also, I also found a Louisville book. I live in Louisville. That it's so old, the papers are like, wow, they are beautiful. Oh, look at that's two. Yeah, that's funny. So, yeah. And so, wow. So easy that you can go to the little library. And my husband's like, if you took that book from there, did you give them one? I said, yes, I sure did. He gets worried if I'm going to cheat somebody out of a book. Yeah, he's funny. He is a funny one. But I gave him their book. And I have purchased some. Like, I went to the Goodwill when I went to visit my cousin up in Michigan. And she had some. I never find books like that at my Goodwill. I think too many people visit my Goodwill. But anyway, oh my gosh, I found a nursing old, and like from the 40s, a nursing book that was, this is a dictionary page. I was just reading the words. But the nursing book from the old days, from the 40s, I was like, wow. And then, of course, we found, we being me, I found, see, here's from that, but I also found, an old math book there. I mean, everybody wants an old math book to keep in there. So, yeah, it was so exciting. Look what I got. I got, what do you call this? Shorthand. I don't know how old it is, but it's kind of yellowed on the edges. But look I found this. It was my son's, I'm sure. So I took it. Oh, that one's done. But look this is really old because it's one of those from 2004. It's not even that old. So he was 10. He really liked to do these, what do you call these? Word search. So I took it and I thought, well, I'm using that word search, honey. And so I got it. I got the word search, friends. And I thought, that's a good book. That's almost as good as the dictionary. You know, it just lists a bunch of words. So how fun is that? But yeah, you guys, you can find books everywhere. Go to the Dollar Tree and get them for $1. But that's cheaper than at the Goodwill, because my Goodwill is expensive. Makes me crazy. It's something about hour of gold, or something. I know that the Lindberghs, someone kidnapped their baby. I still, to this day, it just breaks my heart when I think about that story, because it's really a terrible story. So yeah, ooh, that's perfect. This time I'm going to put the words. Last time I did not right there. But, yeah. And so you got to use your imagination or your creativity and look for books. That's what I do. I, am not the best at, spending my money. I know my husband's like, well, and I'm like, yeah, I know, be quiet. I don't like to spend my money. At least I'm honest. And I just don't. And so I don't. I know. I have money. I'm a retired teacher. I have a couple dollars. It's not about having a couple dollars. It's about keeping my couple dollars. And, yeah, my husband retired and didn't have a job. And he just decided to go back to work because he doesn't have enough money. If you are curious, my husband is a spendy man. He loves to go shopping. I think sometimes that you end up with people who are complete opposites of you. And, yeah, he's the spender. He's the one who goes shopping. Like, he got a part-time job at the, what's that place called? The Lowe's. Oh, here's a really old cookbook. And he, is on his way to work. And he's like, oh, I'm going to stop at Costco. I'm like, oh, yay. Because, see, that means I don't have to. And you have to understand, I don't want to. And so I'm so happy because today he's going to the store and I'm not. And maybe that's bad. Maybe I'm a terrible wife, but whatever. So always marry somebody complete opposite of you. Yeah, this cookbook I got when I was doing a recipe journal, and I went way overboard. I bought like 7 of them. I didn't need that many, okay? I probably didn't need 5 of them. I didn't use them all. Well, obviously, I couldn't have used them all. There were too many of them. But, yeah. Yep. And yeah. So I'm using them. And I decided I'm not saving them. I'm using them for whatever I want. This, shorthand, I took shorthand in high school because I knew when I went to college I wanted to know it so I could take notes. Oh my gosh, it was the best thing I ever did for myself because it really helped me. It really, truly helped me out when I wanted to keep on taking notes fast. Then if you rewrote your notes after class, well, guess what? You got smarter because you were rewriting your notes. At least that's what I told myself. I was a biology major first, and then I switched. My husband, I didn't know him then. Not that he probably wouldn't have liked me. I was real nerdy. I'm not so nerdy anymore. Of course, I'm a grown-up now. And so, are grown-ups still nerdy? Yeah. But I'm not quite as nerdy as I was. Yeah, I still read just about every day. And I'd like to do crafts. And I still care about the school business. My husband's like, you don't need to care about that anymore. You don't go there anymore. I said, I know, but you just don't forget about it. After all that time, you're still connected. So, yes, I'm moving all this around. I'm going to start reaching. Here's that nurse book. And the nurse book is like a textbook. So it has special, like look at this, calcium gluconate, potassium chloride, sodium sulfate. Isn't that kind of cool? Yeah. And then it has that magnesium oxide. So I think that's just cool. I just think it's cool. I know. And I was going to just rip these, and I thought, why? Why am I ripping them all crooked when I don't need to? Whoops. And so, yeah, and this is just, it was a menu from, we went to lunch way back when. I have a pack of girls. I have a group of ladies. That sounds nicer. I have a group of ladies that some of them were teachers, some of them were not. But we craft together, and we used to be card makers together. And we go out to lunch and we craft still together, and we still hang out a couple days a week. And then, of course, we talk to each other on the phone, you know. And so, yeah. And that we go to lunch, and I take them. If they have paper menus, I get a menu. Even my husband saves me stuff. And, you know, those guest checks, I have not ordered them. I did find some. No, I guess I did not. I was looking for some at the Dollar Tree because people have said they found some. I have not. But I will. I'm going to keep on looking. I certainly will keep on looking. Make this big. But, here, put that down. I will say that, now I forgot I was talking about. I'm sorry. He, started saving me stuff. He brings me stuff home. Yeah, Tim, my husband's name is Tim. He brings me stuff. He brings me stuff home sometimes. That he said, oh, I was thinking of you. I'm like, oh, you're awesome. So, yeah. Yeah, Mr. Awesome brings me things home for my junk journals. Like, he brought me a brochure the other day, and I can't remember what the brochure is about. But I was like, wow, that's so cool. You're so wonderful. Yeah, he's thinking of me. He's a good guy. 36 years. We have been married 36 years this year. Is that right? Yeah, 36. We got married in 89. I can't believe it. Yeah, that was forever ago. When I was young and cute, you know, back then. Because now, not so much. Now I'm, you know, in my 6th decade. And I'm not sad about that. I know people are like, oh, and I'm like, oh, no. I'm happy to be in my 6th decade, friends. Not everybody gets to go here to their 6th decade. And I want to get in my 6th decade. I want to get in my 8th and 9th decade. So I do my business. I exercise, and I craft and keep my mind busy. And what's really sad is I have an uncle, my favorite uncle, and all of a sudden he fell from a tree when he was up in the tree doing some saw work, whatever that is, with his chainsaw. And, oh, that's right, he fell. Well, when he fell, he had a brain bleed. And that's not good, because once you have a brain bleed, it's not good. And he, what's the word I want? He, shattered his pelvis and all that. But the problem was, not that that's not the problem, because it took him a year to recover from the breaks. They ignored the brain bleed. Well, now, oh, that's right. He, has dementia. So Mr. Healthy, who was always healthy, who always did everything that he needed to do, who, you know, exercised, he quit smoking way back in the day. Yeah, now he has dementia. Okay, it breaks my heart every time I think about it. And he won't answer the phone anymore. I used to call him, and he used to talk to me on the phone, but now he won't, which is fine. I get it, you know. But and I used to talk. I used to do most of the talking, not him. But my problem with all that is that now, oh, I need it to be long. Now, it's sad because he doesn't exercise anymore, and he doesn't, he used to ride his bike every day. He doesn't do any of that. No, he sure doesn't. He just sits and watches the Three Stooges. Those are his favorite. Little Rascals, you know, stuff from when he was a kid. Which, you know, I don't have a problem with that. But I talked to my aunt, and he's 80-something. Oh, look it. It's like a masterboard, only with just neutrals. I kind of like it. Okay, 20 minutes. I'm not taking too long. So, if we fold it, oh, one side, do I remember which side had the fold? It was this one. It doesn't really matter. Do we want this to be the front? Guess I should let it dry. Okay, let's let it dry. Let's cut around the edges. But my aunt, I was talking to her. You know what's really sad? You grieve. She said, and she's been sad. She's like, and I said, you know, you're grieving. You're grieving for the husband that you don't have anymore, your partner, your best friend, you know, and you're grieving now because he's not who he was. But then you're also going to grieve when something really happens to him. But yeah, it's not. It's sad. It's very sad. It makes me sad. So, is this going to be the front? Or is this going to be the front? Oh, I kind of like this to be the front. It's so grungy. Look at that. You know what we could do while it's, while it is. I know it's neutrals and roses. It's not grungy. And I don't usually do grungy. Like, I like it. I love to watch when other people do it. I'm just not the grungiest. I like pink and, you know, green. I'm going to have to get my good glue out and after I do this and make sure all my edges are glued down. I shouldn't have folded it. But yeah, I'm going to glue around the whole thing with my walnut stain, my favorite. I did use tea dye the other day. I don't really love tea dye. It's okay. It looks nice with the roses because I used it on some rose. Last year, Michelle at Junk Journal Studio had a rose kit, and she had all of her design team. That's how I found Margaret at Seven Plaza. She had her design team do all their, they did a video using part of the kit, like 5 pages, and it was free if you watched all the videos. Oh, honey, I got it. And then, because I thought there were things, because she said there were add-ons, then I bought it. Which I didn't need to do because I already had it all. But now I will have it forever. Double. Yeah, I do that sometimes. I'm smarter now about looking to see if I already own something. Because I've purchased things twice on that Ko-fi shop stuff in the Etsy shop. So, all right, see me? I'm checking it. See that? It's not stuck. And that's what I'm checking for. What is not stuck? Oh, there's some. There it is. I could feel it. Yeah. So, needless to say, to go back, my uncle is okay. He's healthy. Healthy as a horse. He just doesn't remember. And then my cousin, his son who's taking care of him, said he will crack you up because one day he'll just start talking like he remembers everything. I'm like, well, that's Dave, my Uncle Dave. So, yeah. But those ladies, we talk about all that. We don't want any of that to happen to us. And we're all in our 6th decade. One of my friends, she's going to go in her 7th decade this year. But so what? It is a blessing to get old. Yeah. Because everybody doesn't. So we're all lucky. So this is going to be my journal. And what's really funny is I made this journal cover. It's got my birthday number. Woo. It's not my lucky number. 13 is my lucky number. But I got my birthday. I got my journal topper already. I think I'm going to put some fabric underneath it. So yeah, and this is the perfect size. It's just going to fade out. So that's why I'm going to have to get some fabric and put under there. Or some brown paper maybe. I haven't decided yet. But this is my cover for my roses and neutrals for Junk Journal Madness. And I thank you so much for joining me in this happy day. And I will see you in the next video. Have a good crafty day and I'll see ya. I hope everything's well. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.